everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison and it's good to be back. It's good to be back. I had a few days off this week to deal with some personal stuff, but I'm back and looking at the markets. It's been a shit week this week. I've been looking at the markets as we've been going along the charts. For any altcoins, it could be going up, and it's been a shit week for altcoins. It's been an okay week for Bitcoin, but we'll be looking at the markets, we'll be looking at Bitcoin charts, we'll be looking at other charts as well. But mainly I want to talk about two things: Binance, after September the 12th, and obviously Howdoo as well. A lot of people don't know about Howdoo. I've been out from the very beginning. I've been collecting the kind of airdrops as well. I've sent airdrops and getting them as well. So there's a lot of things happening that you need to know about. If you're into Howdoo, you need to know about this. If you've not already know about it, if you're trading with Binance, if you're in the US, you need to know about this as well. Nothing much has changed, so it's all kind of out there just now already. So nothing much has changed. I don't know what it sounds like just now. Yeah, there is some music in the background. I just noticed that was really high. I do apologise for that. I do apologise. The music was still on in the background there, or the video was still on. We should be live now. Everything should be okay. So if that was blasting in your ear, I do apologise for that. Okay, so as I was saying, we're just going to go over the charts. We'll be looking at Binance, what's going to happen after September the 12th. There's no definitive answer with Binance. They were going to lift the ban on US customers, but there's not been a definitive answer, so you're better preparing for September the 12th that you're going to have to get all your kind of tokens off there, but they're going to give you leeway anyway. So what can you do after that? And then Howdoo as well. We need to talk about Howdoo. If you're into Howdoo, you need to know about this as well. Okay, I'm just going to see if we're live or not. See what is going on. We are live. We've got a few people in. So just jump over to the chat area just now and just see who we have in. Okay, we have Chris Camus is in the house, Doug Anton is in, Stephen King, Goldie Boy, Marcus Jafari, Andreas is in the house. Saying sound, yep, I've got the sound sorted. High Plains Drifter, Kundalini 2222 is in. The Hawthorns, Mark Innes. I know the sound is really high. Mark Innes, Loyal Tangi, B is in the house. G Slick is in. Deb Vin, one of our brown admins, is in the house. Welcome to you, Deb. Good to see you here. Mitch Dieter is in as well. And if you could go down to the like button, hit those likes just now. That would be fantastic. Help the channel grow. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel as well. That would be fantastic. Gary Stewart is in the house as well. Good to see you here, Gary. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll just go over the kind of normal crypto, what's happening in the crypto world just today in the kind of markets. Okay, market cap is 267 billion. We've got Bitcoin dominant 70.7%. I think that's the highest it's been. That's the highest I've seen it. And that's a reported 70.7%. It's probably high, well, it is higher than that. We know that. But that's a reported 70.7%. Okay, so who's the winners and losers? We have Steam up 7.8%. Engine Coin is up as well. Ethereum Classic, Bitcoin Diamond, Monero, Wax, NEM, Quant, Komodo, Digibyte, all up, but not by that much at all. To be honest, there's only about 15% in the green, 85% in the red. Egretia down 18%. Dragon Coins down 10%. Dragon Coins jumped into top 100, but it's coming back down again. Volume is really low on that. But most alts are in the red just now. We'll go to view all. We'll go to over 10k. I'm just seeing if there's one. There's not really any that stand out. Most we'll go to the kind of BTC, the Satoshi value, and it's much of a muchness, to be honest. Much the same, just a few more higher up in Satoshi value. Okay, this is altcoins trading over 10,000. We've now got 2,647 cryptocurrencies. So it's going up all the time on CoinMarketCap. Okay, Olympic is up 446%. 446%. and that's in one day. Over the week is up 687%, volume is 57,000, and market cap is only 58,000. So the market cap is only 58,000. So have a look at that. Low volume, obviously somebody's kind of buying this up for whatever reason. But we'll have a quick look. Wibson is up 153% on 43,000 volume, market cap 1.4 million. Soma, we've seen that a couple of times. Market cap just over 500,000, 24 hours, 108%. We'll look at the 7-day. I've never looked at this for a couple of days. Token Box, that was one we were into last year. That's up 181% on the week. Almila is up 166. Everest, CapDAX token is up as well. Molecular. So we'll have a look at this one. Olympic. So look at the markets. Coin Exchange, 61,000 volume. GraviX and Crypto Bridge, they're not trading on that much at all. So we'll look at Coin Exchange and look at the order book and see if this is just a freak thing. July the 27th was the last update on Twitter, so I don't expect this to be anything major. Yeah, there's not much volume there at all. Buy orders at 3 Satoshi and 6 million, and only 0.18 Bitcoin worth to buy. So yeah, not much at all. The recent market trades, somebody's been buying at 4 Satoshi. Not all at the same time. So somebody's buying these up, and that's why it's pushing the price up. So high. So no, I wouldn't kind of rate that, to be honest. Okay, jump to Crypto Bubbles. Over the last 24 hours, we have JEX up 58%, and we can see over the year 363%, month 704%, the week is 388%, over the day, the last day it's 59%. So JEX, I don't know either. Or Binance JEX. Have I missed something while I've been off? What's this about? Is this Jersey? Right, this is not the same one. So I don't know what that is. JEX token. That's different altogether. Rank number 74. I don't know if anybody else has heard of this. So rank. Nope, don't know. Am I missing something here? Let me know in the comments if you know what JEX is, if you've heard of JEX. I've not got... I'm determined to find out now. And 89%. Exchanges. Binance JEX, that is Binance JEX. What's going on? What's going on? I need to look more into that. There's a volume, 1.8 million volume. Right, I need to look at that. Obviously I've missed something over the last 3 days. And what else is going up? The Grecia going down. We can see that big red circle there. RDD is going up. Red coin still there. It's like the kind of cockroaches and just never dies. Red coin. Engine coin is going up, which is good to see. Steam is going up. Haven't seen that for a while. We'll look over the last hour, see what's going on over the last hour. We're kind of mostly in the green there. FTM coming up over the last hour. RDD over the last hour up as well. BCD, nothing much to kind of write home about. but I'd say kind of greenish. It's 50-50. 50-50 just now. Okay, go back to chat, see what's going on. Mervyn Skidmore is in. Crypto Cannabis is in the house. Bless up. Steve, good to see you back. Hope all is well. Always good, Crypto Cannabis. Thanks very much. Just had to take a few days off. But it's good to see you. Just like we're watching London Real Live last night about altcoins. Pumped me up about alts. Early days, just store them away. London Real Live. Right, because I watch London Real. London Real is a brilliant channel if you're into kind of personal development and stuff, but I didn't know they were talking about altcoins. I'll need to have a look at that, G-Slick. G-Slick, let me know the kind of link for that if you've got it. And Rob UK is in the house. Welcome to you, Rob, one of our brilliant admins. Good to see you here. I know you don't often get a chance to get on, but it's good to see you, mate. Chris got Nugex was bought by Binance. Ah, right. Right, I need to look at that. Rob UK, we miss you. I've missed you as well, mate. I really have. Restless Native, Binance Futures Market. Right. So I have missed something. Binance Futures Market bought by Binance. They bought this company. Honest Crypto Journey is in the house as well. Good to see you, Stuart. Goddy Boy, Binance added Cardano to its lending program. 10 million ADA reached its limit in 38 seconds. Unbelievable. Mark Innes, yes, good you're back, Steve. We should be left to our devices. I think you're very well equipped to deal with the markets now. Okay, so we'll look at what is happening with, if I can see it. Where the hell is it? We'll get the charts up just now and see what's going on with the chart wise before we go on to speak about Binance and Howdoo as well and how you're going to deal with that. Chart, right, this is we're doing 750 crossover. Okay, so this is Bitcoin, US dollar on Bitstamp, kind of going sideways over the last couple of periods on the 4-hour chart. So we're just looking at here, just a wee trading channel just now. So there's a wee trading channel at the moment it's in just now. Go to the 2-hour. Gives it more of a channel. Right, so I said last week, I think on Friday, if you look at the 15-minute chart, you'd have been sitting pretty if you kind of just trading on a 15-minute chart, because it was on here, 1st of September, kind of crossed over. And 1st of September, when was that? That must have been Saturday or Sunday. But Friday it looked as if it was going over, and it did kind of go over as well. It went up 12% if you're trading on margin at 10x. That'd have been 120%. So it does work on the 50-minute chart. But that's only if you're day trading. So on a 4-hourly chart, crossed over at 9,838, and you could have been up 10% on that, which would be 100% if it was 10x margin, or 1,000% if you're 100x margin, but you don't want to do that. Way too risky. But you can do it. So anyway, from here, it looks as if we're still going to go up. It looks as if it's going to try and break this kind of barrier here, around about the 10,700, then on up to the 11,000 again. So if we go to short-term chart, we're broken down on the 15-minute chart. We're broken down over the 70 EMA has crossed over the 50 EMA, but we've got two green candles here trying to get back up. So, but from a short-term trading point of view, it looks as if it's going to go down a wee bit more. When I'm talking short-term, I'm talking about the next couple of hours. Longer term, it looks as if it's going to be trading up for Bitcoin. But we need to wait and see. If it breaks this 10,440, then obviously we need to change our position on that and just kind of ask ourselves, where's it going from here? If it breaks 10,440, it looks as if it's going to go down from here. That's a temporary kind of support there, and you can see there's been support there in the past and resistance there in the past, but it's a temporary support at the moment for Bitcoin. What else is making when is up 50%? That's not true. It's just trading between 2 and 3 Satoshi. Same with BTT. Fetch AI has jumped up It's not even crossed over, but it's jumped up 10%. Steam, we've seen that as well, still not crossed over in the 4 hourly. Same with Seller. Tomo Chain, that's good that that's jumping. I thought that would come up round about the 4,000 level, and that's starting to move as well, which is good to see. Just crossing over on the hourly. It looks as if it's going to cross over on the hourly, so I expect Tomo Chain to go up as well. Matic is making a move again, up 140. Engine Coin 808, called that last week as well. I need to update all the sheets for last week, and I've not called any in September yet. There's not been any good opportunities in September, so there's no calls made. But in August, this is a call sheet for August, and I'll get this updated and report that. So far without the updates, we've got an average gain per call of 15.98%, but the average drawdown per call is 10.57%. So we want that drawdown to be below 6%. So the average drawdown is 10.57%. So really what that means is when I make the call and I call at a price, say for Seller, for example, if I call at 79, then it goes down to 62, that is a drawdown of 21%. So usually put a stop loss of 5% in there. So we don't want a high drawdown. And the ones in the green are ones that have kind of gone up before they've kind of come down for the drawdown. So I'll get that sheet updated for the premium members as well. But average gain per call is not that bad. But I just want to be more open. This is why I've done the drawdown as well. And a couple of people have asked about that. So I want to be more open about the calls as well. Okay, we'll jump back to chat before we speak about Binance. T-Mac, what do you think about Wink divs dropping? Not good at all. Obviously, I'm in Wink just now, and it's not looking good for Wink, if I'm being really honest. That's why I kind of said very high risk, and I kind of advised everybody not to go into Wink. How much Win token would you need to be staking $10 a day on TronBet, Steve? You would need round about to get $10 a day at the moment with the kind of divs, and I'll show you just now actually. So I'm just going to go to the markets. I've got my Tron divs, so you get Tron every day when you're kind of staking Wink. And show you what it is, so I don't mind. I'm going to go to Tron Markets. This will show you live because I've not done it this morning. So this is Win TRX. This is to buy. I've got 400 kind of TRX at the moment. So I'm going to buy. Let's do this live. I'm going to buy them at that price. And I always go kind of 1,000 down. So 381. So buy 19,000 Win tokens. And this is a staking. So you get Tron tokens every day. And then you go to wink.org. And it has been much higher. It was before I was getting, it's between $10 and kind of $50 per day. Again, so go to win drops. So that's the ones I've just bought. 19,000. I'm going to freeze them. Confirm. And this frozen number will change. So I've now got 31,848,000 Win tokens. It started off with round about 30 million. So it's not good. The Win drops is not good at all at the moment. But there's 127 billion being staked, which is about 12% of the total Win tokens. Dice, you can earn dice as well on dice drops. Dice drops go about 159, which is not that much. You get one Tron token for that. So that's that done live. So no, I don't think that's good for Win. It doesn't look good for Wink at the moment, to be honest. But it was a high risk for me, and that's why I said to everybody else, don't get into it. And I think it's between 2 and 3 Satoshi just now, but it's been there before. So it has, and we'll go to Binance just now. That's CHZ getting listed as well. Yeah, between 2 and 3 Satoshi. for Wink just now, which is not good at all, obviously, but mainly people buying at 3 Satoshi. So it might come back up in the future, but I'm there just now. There's no point in selling. And just like a lot of other people, they're stuck in the alts that they've been in for a while. But I'm kind of stuck there as well. But I knew it was high risk. It was a gamble, to be honest. Mike D is in the house. One of the Brown admins is in as well. Sorry I'm late. No problem at all, mate. Crypto Dread is in. Good to see you back. Debbie C is in the house as well. And what's the chances of Bab getting banking license at G-Slick? Have not a clue, mate. I don't know. It's still a bone of contention talking about Bab. Obviously, because a lot of people have lost a lot of money. Obviously, I've lost a shitload of money. But more than that as well, I got a lot of people into Bab as well. But it wasn't the understanding that I thought it was going to be really good. But they just didn't have the kind of knowledge or the balls to kind of go for it or get it. But so I don't know if they're going to get a banking license. They might pull out of the bag and get it, and I hope they do for everybody that's still in it. I genuinely hope they do. I just don't have faith in their leader, to be honest. But he might be a kind of silent genius. I don't know. T-Mac, remember that unfreezing takes 2 days in Wink? Yeah, it takes 48 hours in Wink. So really, if I wanted to sell them, if it started going up very, very quickly, then I couldn't really, because if I was unfreezing Wink, it'd take 48 hours before I could transfer them back over to Binance, sell them as well. So I'm kind of stuck with them just now and just see what happens. It could be one day they just pull out of the bag and it just kind of skyrockets to 100 Satoshi or something. But I don't think that's going to happen soon. Okay, Binance. What's going to happen with Binance? There's not been any definitive answer. We thought with Binance, we thought there was going to be, well, we thought there was kind of rules changed. The terms and conditions were changed. That it looked like there was going to be a lift on the US ban on the 12th of September, but no definitive answers came out. CZ has not come out and said, yeah, the ban has been lifted, or he's not come out to confirm that the ban still stands. But so we have to presume that the ban on September the 12th still stands, so a week from today. So basically, there's going to be some leeway for you. If you're on Binance, if you've got coins on Binance just now, you've got a week to start preparing just now. You've had loads of time to start preparing, to be honest. If you're in the US and you're on Binance, you've known about this obviously for a while. But what do? So if you've got altcoins on Binance, there's a couple of things you can do. You can obviously transfer your altcoins over to another exchange because you're no longer going to be able to trade. Now, you're no longer going to be able to trade on Binance, but you still will be able to move your coins from the exchange, from kind of Binance exchange to another exchange, for example, say KuCoin, for example, and you'll still be able to do that 90 days after September the 12th. So you're not going to be chucked off straight away on September the 12th, so you don't need to worry about that, but I would start getting your house in order just now before that actually happens, that you're not going to be able to move your tokens. So the altcoins, you can move to another exchange. For example, KuCoin has been listing all the coins on Binance, so you'll be able to transfer them over to KuCoin and trade them there. Another option is to transfer them into Bitcoin, just sell them, start selling them. But if you're way down and you think they're going to go up in the future, or you just think I've lost way too much money, there's no point, transfer them over to KuCoin and do it that way, or store them on a cold storage kind of wallet if you want to do it that way as well. So I'll transfer them over to KuCoin, to be honest, if you're going to do that. Depends on what altcoins there are. So you could obviously go into Coinbase as well and trade them on here, or kind of send them over here. Now, Coinbase, you can list up to, I think it's 30 coins you can add on Coinbase. But to trade them, there's only about 16 that you can do. This is a 16 just now. So not that big a choice, to be honest. And this is the 14 that you can store. So not available on Coinbase, but you can store them, I believe, on Coinbase. So, which is good. So you can do that. You can obviously use Coinbase Pro as well. You can trade them, some of them on there, but it has to be the right ones, obviously. There's not that big a choice. KuCoin would be a better option, I think. KuCoin is going to take your coins, obviously, and you'll be able to trade them there, although there's not much liquidity with KuCoin. However, I would imagine the liquidity will go up once Binance US customers come off Binance.com. Now, the other option is obviously to use Binance.us. Binance.us is not live yet, but they expect it to be live within, I would imagine, within a couple of months. So it just says coming soon. And there's going to be about 30 coins listed on Binance.us. Now we can see here some of the coins, they're not going to be listed kind of elsewhere. The likes of EVX, if we go to EVX, and this is where what I was talking about earlier comes into play. So EVX, what markets is it on? Binance. It's just on Binance, but it says here it's just on Binance alone. It's not on any other exchanges, but it has since changed since that came out. So it's on Huobi Global, it's on HitBTC, it's on Mercatox. So you can transfer them over to Huobi Global, for example. Tidex, I wouldn't put them onto there. IDEX, I wouldn't put them onto there. Mercatox, I like Mercatox actually. HitBTC, never really used it. Huobi Global, I would kind of transfer them over to there if you've got the likes of the EVX. And there's going to be other ones as well. So this one is actually outdated. Lend, we'll look at Lend just as an example because it's saying it's not anywhere else apart from Binance. So Lend, we've got Buybox now, Gate.io. So I'll probably use the next one that's got the most volume, which is Buybox, Gate.io. If you don't like these exchanges, it's kind of a tough situation. It's kind of saying, well, tough, you're going to have to transfer them over to another exchange or sell them, put them into Bitcoin and store your Bitcoin on the likes of Coinbase or something, which you can do, obviously, as well. The other exchanges, there was a straw poll done. Other exchanges that people are using, it's KuCoin, Coinbase Pro, Kraken and Gemini. So that's how 215 votes. This was on kind of Reddit. So most people I think are going to go over to KuCoin. That's the one I would probably go over to. KuCoin is transfer the coins over to there. But if they're not on KuCoin, obviously you can't do that. So you're going to have to be careful and just check to make sure which coins are going to go on. I'm just going to see if there's any questions at this stage. Mervyn Skidmore, Steve, any chance of looking at Metal? We'll look at that. I despise Binance. Sooner it's gone for good, the better. I like Binance, I have to admit. I think KuCoin is a better exchange. I like KuCoin as well. I only leave coins on exchange for staking or airdrops. Yep. Everyone should keep their coins on a nano. Never trust an exchange. Yeah, we've said that kind of from day one. If you're going to hold them long term, put it on your kind of your ledger or nano, whatever it is you've got, the kind of cold store. There's loads of things coming out now that you can put them on. I actually like Coinbase Pro, not Coinbase Pro, but Coinbase have something now where you can, so I won't be able to see it until we kind of sign in. Has it got it here, any details? Custody. No, that's custody. For institutions. So basically it's a multi-sig wallet they've got. So it's much more secure online. So you have to jump through a lot more hoops to store it. So if you were going to send Bitcoin over to Coinbase, and I would actually kind of trust Coinbase with this, if I'm being really honest. A lot of people wouldn't, but I would on the multi-sig wallet. In fact, I'm just going to sign in and just see if I can show you. Have I got my phone? No, I'm not going to sign in because I've not got my phone with me, and I need the 2FA. So I'll leave it at that. So yeah, I would use Coinbase. I was going to store it long term as well, but using multi-sig as well. So that's the options for Binance on September the 12th. So get cracking. If you've not done it yet, get cracking. Move your coins off of Binance or sell them into BTC. Transfer your BTC over to your cold storage wallet or to Coinbase, for example, or whatever it is you use to store your Ledger Nano S. You could, obviously, the most obvious one as well. So if you've got any questions on that, let me know. But you need to kind of know about this. You need to get your arse in gear if you've not done it already, because a lot of people are still saying what's happening. And it was a couple of weeks ago, I did say that it looks as if that ban is going to be kind of lifted, at least for a couple of months. But I'll err on the side of caution and just say, okay, you're going to have to get it off on September the 12th. It's coming anyway, so you might as well do it now and be prepared for it. So definitely get your arse in gear and do that just now. What's going to happen to Binance after the kind of fact, after everything is done, once the US customers come off? Obviously, they've now got lending that they do now. That's the Binance checks. I need to get off there. I don't know. Yeah, they've got lending there as well. That's going to give them a bit of an edge, and that's going to keep customers interested and people, Binance earning more obviously as well. So it's going to take the heat off the US customers leaving, but not by that much. So they've got the lending, that's out already as well. So there's a lot of things they're doing, and I just wonder where Binance are just now. I would imagine they're going down just now for BNB. BNB, yeah, 206,000. Now, to me, this represents an opportunity, because Binance as a company, they're doing really well. Binance as a company are doing really well. I still expect this to go down before, up into kind of September the 12th, and probably after it as well. So I still expect it to go down a wee bit. On the daily, it kind of started, we should have sold at 382,000 if you're in that. If you're looking at the daily charts, if you're looking at the 4-hourly charts, you probably should have sold about 267,000. But looking on the daily, you could have shorted it actually, 388,000. So could have got a big 50% there. If your 10x margin, that'd have been 500%. Something like that. But I expect it to go down a wee bit more up into September the 12th. And then I still think BNB is going to be a good buy. But you'll need to wait and see. It could be the retraces all the way back down to 142,000. I don't think, well, it could. It actually looks as if it could do that. And just retraces all the way down before it goes back up again. So it'll be like a reverse cup and handle kind of scenario for BNB. But as a company, BNB are still doing brilliant, or Binance as a company are still doing brilliant. Okay, Howdoo. Just see if there's any questions on that, or if you've got anything you want me to look at. G-Slick, Pundy X are promoting through F1 Grand Prix. Still think Pundy will do well. I hope so. I do hope so, that Pundy will do it. I just don't understand it. I've given up trying to understand why the price is going down so much. I really have, because I just don't know why. I just don't understand it. That and Dent, can't get my head around it at all. Okay, Howdoo. Howdoo.io. Howdoo is still going. Just now, obviously, they've not come out with the app. It's not gone live. The full live version is not up yet. It will be coming out. There's obviously beta testers in there just now, beta testing the kind of site and all the kind of functionality of Howdoo as well. So it's still here, still operational, still up and running, still an active community out there as well, and still something that I'm hoping does really, really well. However, it's one of those coins, and again, I'm going to be really honest, it's one of those coins I'm keeping. Just now I'm keeping for the kind of airdrops as well. I've just stored them. I've got about 140,000 or something Howdoo, which is not much at all. It was a lot when the price was much higher. But yeah, it's one of those ones that if it goes, I'm kind of expecting everything to just go away now. All the alts that I've got, just now I just expect them to drop to zero. So if this does anything, and I'm hoping it does, out of all the ones I've got, that and Metamorph, out of all the ones I've got, Howdoo and Metamorph are the ones that I think could do something in the future, but I wouldn't be surprised if they just kind of go to zero at the same time. But I'm talking about all alts here. I'm not talking about the company, I'm not talking about the kind of product that I've got, because it's so close to kind of releasing it as well. But out of all the alts I've got, I expect Howdoo and Metamorph to do something still, but it's still on the cusp with Howdoo. But with Howdoo, they're doing a token swap. So I don't know if you remember back in March 2019 that Coinbene, they kind of got hacked and kind of something happened. They lost about 18.5 million tokens. So they have to do like a kind of coin swap now. So they've got an old Howdoo or Howdoo token. I'm going to transfer it over to a new Howdoo token. And you can do this on X markets. So there's a couple of scenarios here. So if you, like me, kind of bought in the ICO stage and you kind of signed up to the kind of airdrops, so basically it was staking. You were staking Howdoo tokens and you get Howdoo tokens every kind of 30 or 40 days. It's been very irregular, to be honest. Mine, the last time was about 49 days ago. So I don't know what's happened there. but it's quite irregular. But you've got the last drop coming out on September the 20th, and that'll be the last airdrop, and plus the kind of bonus one at the very end. So I'm staying in it for that. So you've got a couple of weeks to transfer everything over. If you're in that scenario, same as me, then you can wait for the airdrop happening and then transfer them over to X Markets. So what to do, you can go over to X Markets, sign up to xmarkets.com and sign up for an account there, just as you normally would with a normal exchange. And this is trading really high actually. So this is an Ethereum and it's 28,000 GUI, but this is for the new token. So you can't transfer the old token you've got just now of Howdoo, transfer it over to X Markets and expect to get this price. This is only for the new token. So remember, we've got two smart contracts on the go, one for the old token, one for the new token. So this, the one that's trading on X Markets just now at this price, is for the new token. You have got the old tokens, and everything is not going to be transferred over to the new token. So you transfer them over to X Markets just now, and they're going to sit there until 80% of the people or 80% of the tokens are swapped over. And then X Markets will swap you over to the new tokens, which you can then trade on X Markets, which you'll be able to do, but not until then. So that's one option. Transfer everything over, wait in the 80% kind of tipping point, then everything will get transferred over to the new tokens, and then you can start trading it, or keep a hold of it, do what you want to do with it. The other option that you can do with Howdoo tokens, and you can sell them back to Howdoo team. So they've got a buyback here. So if we look on CoinMarketCap, the price was 0.7 cents. But what Howdoo are going to be doing with the token buyback, and you can do that if you fill in this form, they're going to sell them or going to buy them from you at 2.3 cents basically. So it's like 3 times what they were before they stopped kind of really trading just now. So this is the old token price. So that was the old token price, and we can see the market cap was really, really low, but they're going to buy them off you for 2.3 cents, which is good, which is really good. So if you've got $1,000 worth just now, and that's how much you had there at this price, $1,000 worth, it'll now be around about $3,500 worth. So you can do it that way. That's another option to do as well. And the other option is a Coinbeanie token swap claim. So this is if you're on Coinbeanie and they got swapped over before, there's a claim form that you can do. Coinbeanie will be able to claim the UDOs from a new smart contract and automatically deposit them into your Coinbeanie account. So if you still got UDO tokens on Coinbeanie, or they were swapped to, you can do it, put a claim in as well. But remember to get this done very, very quickly as well. And this is the main details here. I'll put the links underneath this video as well. This is about the Howdoo token swap to replace lost exchange tokens as well. This is on Coinbeanie. And they've got the Telegram swap community as well. And I'll post a link to that. That's the official community. But they've got a swap community as well. Where did I see it? Howdoo token swap chat. So I've got about 200 people in there just now talking about it. So I'll post a link to that as well if you're in Howdoo, talking about the token swap as well. So I don't know if you're into Howdoo, if you've got Howdoo tokens, or if you want to start buying them. Don't know what your situation is, but that's where you need to be if you've got Howdoo tokens. Now, buying Howdoo tokens just now, I wouldn't buy the Howdoo tokens at the moment on the kind of X Markets exchange. I definitely wouldn't be buying, because I think they're going to come down as soon as all the new or the old UDO tokens get transferred over to new UDO tokens. This price is going to come down. It's definitely going to come down, so I wouldn't buy on X Markets just now looking for that. I would wait until the swap kind of takes place. We don't know, we've not got an exact date for that, but I would wait until that happens. So I wouldn't be buying these just now, unless you're speculating. If you think the price is going to go even higher, then obviously you can buy. But this is essentially the team's tokens that they put into the marketplace and correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, if David is watching this or anybody else, just correct me if I'm wrong there. But I think this is kind of the teams putting into the kind of marketplace just now, so they've got some tokens there at the moment. So, because when I seen this, I thought this is fantastic. I could transfer the old tokens over, could actually sell them, because they're worth $1,000 just now. Mine about $1,500 or something they're worth, and I could have sold them for about 8,000 or something at the high point. But then I realised you can't do that once I looked into it. So a lot of people would be thinking like me as well, but you can't do it because this is the new tokens. You've got the old tokens. So if you've got any questions on that, let me know as well. G-Slick, what do you think of Huobi phone, Steve? I've never seen it. I've never seen it, being honest. Brando25, sorry, so you mean F1 and Pundi X? So is it Formula 1 and Pundi X? Formula 1. Is that what you mean? I've never heard any news about Formula 1 and Pundi X. Oh, is it FX tokens you're talking about? Is it Formula 1? I don't know what you're kind of talking about there. I don't know what there must be. I don't know if I've missed news again. And 2020 will be the year for XRP. I hope so. I hope so. It's just like you're staking FX, Steve. I've been staking day and night, getting more FX. Only 21 million of FX. I've not been staking. I've not got any Pundi X anymore. We took out the community fund ages and ages ago. That was a kind of consensus. We took it out. Did I? Yeah, I took it out and just started with trading with it and just done that. And it's the trading is just awful just now, obviously. KT Live Show, Steve, do you own XRP, bro? Love XRP, but because it was going down so much, I've got out at, I can't remember what price I got out at now. 2,900 or something. 2,900 Satoshi. I got out of XRP in the hopes that I could get more Bitcoin to get more XRP, but I'm stuck. I'm stuck now in Wink because I thought that was going to go up. I still think it's going to go up, but it's a huge high risk. So I'm stuck in that just now, but I'm staking it, so I don't mind. Kukla is in. Good morning to you, Kukla. Good to see you here. Just like if it was on Twitter. So showcasing XPOS systems at the F1 scene, right? Right, so XPOS. No, we're not. Pundi X. I'm presuming it was on this. T-Cube, IFA, September the 4th, no. Don't see it. Podium Lounge, Singapore. Pundi X, F1. See if we can find it there. Michael Carrigan, he would love to have a go at being an F1 driver, coaching a pundit. Right, that's. Nah, can't see it. Don't spend too much time. KTV live show, please give me an honest thought. Which crypto coin you think is the best to invest now in the near term? In the near term, it has to be Bitcoin. In the near term, it has to be Bitcoin. If you're talking about altcoins, that's a different story altogether. I think I've kind of mentioned this as well. Engine Coin is going to do well, I think. Engine Coin, but we have had 100% retracement from where it was. So Engine Coin went back. We all remember Engine Coin just diving right up. It went up nearly 1,000% in February. But we've had 100% retracement. The fundamentals have changed for Engine Coin, and it's actually got better. So I think Engine Coin are going to do really well, and it's one of the only coin, well, not the only coin, one of the few coins that have crossed over on the daily charts. And so the 70 EMA has crossed over on the 50 EMA. It was about to cross over. You can see it here. On the daily, we're looking as if we're going to cross over here. One of the few coins that have done that. So I would say short term, if you're looking for short term, I think Engine Coin is going to do well. Now, Tomo Chain, I like Tomo Chain as well. Looking at Tomo Chain, if we're talking short term, we're talking about the altcoins. I like Tomo Chain for the short term as well. I liked it when it kind of hit round about the 4,000 level. Tomo Chain. I do still like Matic and One Seller. Still like them as well. What else? Chainlink. Are they going to be good short term though? Chainlink 17,000 at the moment. It did get to about 16,000. It's still not showing signs of a reversal just yet. I'm going to take these off. Yeah. Now, it's still not showing signs of reversal, so I wouldn't say Chainlink at the moment, but it's one to keep an eye on for definite. So I would say Engine would be strong. Matic, Tomo would be good as well. I still think ERD is going to do well. So ERD and the new one as well. We'll just take a look at that. ERD was in a 20 again. So I think this is going to do really well as well. Look at the ones that have recently came out. So look at them. If you want kind of an idea what's going to do well, probably look at the ones that recently came out, like Eldond has recently came out, but they've kind of gone right downhill. That is one to keep an eye on. Another one to keep an eye on is Cocos. BTC. I think that's going to do really well. Those come right down again. I called that too early, obviously. 12 and 13. I think that represents a good opportunity, but it could go down further from here as well. So you just have to be really careful. Wait for signs of that kind of reviving and coming up. But I think that represents a good opportunity as well. So that's the ones I would kind of go for just now. And you've got loads of other ones that are really good. But for the short term, yeah, the ones I've mentioned there. Obviously Bitcoin. Bitcoin would be definitely go into that. Anyone else fed up with all this Brexit talk? It's a pain in the arse, isn't it? Really hate it. A real pain in the arse. Remember Skidmore be told the wife we have to get rid of her continental quilt after Brexit. Nice one. Steve, if when back go live, do you think it will start a bull run for the altcoins too? I think what's going to happen, there is going to be a bull run for the altcoins. There definitely is. But we're going through this altcoin purge just now. So the altcoin purge is happening just now. One sec. Yeah. The altcoin purge is happening just now. Make no mistake about that. But look at the volumes. We know the volumes on kind of Binance anyway are going down. And that's because of the US leaving. But if you look at the volumes on this, look at the volume on Ncash, 1 Bitcoin worth. On singles, on TNB, on BNT, Storm, Key, Bread, DNT, Fun, Neblio. The volumes are extremely, there's no volume at all. There's hardly any volume. So the altcoin purge is happening just now. So this is why you have to look at now the coins that could do well for the future. The old ones, I think a lot of them are just going to disappear. And by disappear, I keep on saying by disappear, I mean they're not going to be traded. Everybody's just going to sell them and just try and get rid of them basically. And that's what's going to happen. The newer ones are the ones that are higher up. If we go kind of the other end, we've got Metal obviously kind of going up. That's an old one, but we've got Matic up there. We've got Pearl up there, 510 Bitcoin worth. We've got COS up there. Engine, which I was speaking about. That's not a new one, but it's one of the up and coming ones, obviously. FTM is up there as well. Dusk. See, these are the newer coins that we're talking about. One as well. So Anchor, Atom. So look towards the newer coins. And it's perceived, this is a perception that the newer coins have got better tech, better teams, and generally they do have, to be honest, because a lot of the older projects were just out for the money. And they were just out for the money, and they were kind of money grabbing, and they were thinking this is a brilliant opportunity, and it was. I would have done it myself, looking for that opportunity, but obviously they want to build something more. A lot of projects have done that and gone on to build brilliant projects and brilliant products and kind of getting it out there. But the newer ones, they kind of looked at all the old ICOs and say, we don't want to do it that way. We want to build that trust. We want to build that relationship. We want to build a product before we even put it onto the market. And that's what they're doing. So that's why you have to look towards the newer ones. Your older ones, if they've not got a product out yet, they probably won't make it. They probably won't make it. And this is why you're seeing so much low volume on these as well. It's just kind of ridiculous, to be honest. The volume, and this was low before the kind of US ban as well on Binance, and this is the kind of highest, the biggest exchange, the biggest crypto exchange, and you're still only getting $10,000 worth traded. It's not a good sign at all. Just like TFD, I think we've seen TFD. Yeah, we've seen TFD last week. I was looked at TFD last week because he'd signed a contract with, was that a Swiss company? Yeah, and they went up, they've gone up about 50 odd percent or something, 50 to 70%. So TFD, they've been around for a while, actually. How long have they been around? When did it come out? A year and a half. A year and a half. I think they were around before then as well. This is just when it came on CoinMarketCap. But yeah, they've been around for a while, but they're doing good things. And they've got a product out there. People are using it. They've signed contracts and they've got partnerships as well. So TFD would be a good example, actually. Benton Taylor is in the house. Good to see you back. I'm popping my head in on crypto from time to time. Good to see you, Benton. I haven't seen you for a while, mate. Martina Ayo, Dusk. And Dusk is just listed on, I don't know anything about Dusk, if I'm being honest. It's listed on Binance, obviously, but it's one of the newer ones that have been listed. VR, Palm-based report says that the institutions are accumulating the solid alts in the BTC pump. They're not dead. They'll give you much bigger gains than BTC. Oh, there's no doubt that some of the alts are just going to outstrip BTC. There's no question of that happening. But you have to kind of mix it. You have to have your Bitcoin plus trade, not trade your alts, but have the alts as well, the good alts. So the other ones that the Palm Beach report is kind of talking about, it won't be the likes of, we'll just have a look. It's not going to be the likes of Encash. It's not going to be the likes, so TNB actually quite good. Key, Storm is quite good as well. It's quite good. DNT, Fun. So it's not going to be the kind of lower ones, I would imagine. The likes of MFT and kind of companies, projects like that as well. It's not going to be those ones. But there's still some really good ones, and there's going to be a lot of alts totally outstrip BTC. There's no question of that. B, nice to see you back. Steve, have a great day, everyone. Nice to see you as well, B, and it's good to be back, and thanks for your support, mate. Really appreciate it, as always. And I think that is a good note to leave on. We'll just go back to Bitcoin, see what's happening. Yeah, we're going up 10,574. It is just now. That's on a 1 hourly chart. We crossed over on a 1 hourly on the 1st of September at 9,603. So I like the 1 hourly chart as well. And we're still within this channel. So the next kind of one to break is 10,700. And it probably will. It looks as if it's going to do that quite soon for Bitcoin, which means they're also going to come down even more, which is not so good. Not so good. Okay, I'm going to leave it there just now. Thank you very much for this morning. I really appreciate my kind of coffee and talking crypto with you as well. Just like saying namaste. Namaste to you as well. So I'll leave it there just now, and I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Until then, namaste. Take care. Bye now.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.